Welcome to Bible Crafts for Kids. We have just finished number 12, Jesus Calms the Storm. Another great creative page. And today we're going to do number 13 in the Miracles of Jesus, which is another great creative page. In today's lesson, we get to begin to see and understand a little of the sovereignty of God. Because we all know that God is in control of all the earth, as we found out in our last lesson, we tend to want to blame Him when bad things happen. Today's lesson is the first insight that demons do the bad things, not Jesus, although Jesus gets the blame. You can download this lesson and a great creative page activity at BibleCraftsForKids.com. The download contains the 2-page lesson, full illustrated instructions for the creative page activity, as well as the labels. This creative page activity I'm going to walk you through today. It is a little more difficult, but it's great. It is a wonderful, great creative page, and the kids love to fold these papers in such a way that it makes things. So let's get started. For the activity, we're going to need a sheet of paper for the labels, a matting sheet of paper, and a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper, as well as some type of adhesive. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to score it at 3 inches and 9 inches. Then we're going to turn our paper and we're going to score it at 6 inches. And that is our scoring. We're not going to cut our 12-inch paper, but we're going to cut our mats for our labels. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our mats. And we're going to cut our matting paper at 5.5 inches. And we're going to turn it and again cut it at 5.5 inches. And we need 2 at 5.5 inches, which makes our 11. And the remainder we're going to cut at 1 1/4 1 1/4 again by 5.5. And that is our matting for our labels. Now let's tackle our labels. Now our labels, we have 2 large ones and 2 smaller strips. Our memory verse card we will not put adhesive on, but the rest of these we will put adhesive. If you're not using matting, then you will not want to put adhesive on these 2, but just the title labels. So let's go ahead and get them cut. Now before I make the center cut, I'm going to put my adhesive on them. Then I'm going to cut them in half. Now I'm going to put adhesive on my title labels. And then I'm going to cut them apart. Now that completes our kit. We have our base page, we have our mats, and then we have our labels. So now let me show you how to assemble this. First, we're going to work with our base page. Now we have score marks on the 3-inch side and the 9-inch side. Now we're going to score, or we're going to fold on that line both ways to crease that paper at the 3 and the 9-inch mark. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to fold it, doing the same thing at the 6-inch mark. And we want those folds to be very creased. So you might even want to do that depending on the thickness of your paper. You may want to do that several times so that it folds very easily. Now we're going to decide which side we want showing, and I think that I'm going to have the stripes showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in the middle. Then I'm going to open this up, and you can see the top and the bottom. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to run it all the way to the top, and I'm going to push this top down until this center line meets this center line, and then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to fold it down. Now there is no fold lines there, no creases, so you'll just have to score it with your finger. I'm going to do that on both sides. Again, you can see where the back and the front meet. I'm going to run my finger all the way to the top. I'm going to push it down to where this score line meets this center line, and then I'm simply going to push it down. And we have little house. What we're going to do next is we're going to fold it back and create our pockets. Now is the time that we want to add our adhesive, and we're going to add adhesive along the bottom line. And we're going to do that on both sides. Now you can add this adhesive when you're adding your adhesive to your labels. However, I find that it's easier. That way the kids can go ahead and pick which side of the paper that they would like. So I'm going to remove the adhesive, and I'm going to press it down. This makes a pocket. Again, we're going to fold those back, removing the adhesive and adhering those down. So we have pockets on both sides. Next, we're going to take our labels and we're going to adhere them to their mats. We're going to put the Miracles of Jesus in the center of the mat, and then Jesus cast demons into a herd of pigs, as well as the words to live by and the Bible passages. We're going to place the Miracles of Jesus in the center on one side, and Jesus cast demons into a herd of pigs on the reverse side. Our cards simply fit in the pockets. The Bible passages on one side, and the words to live by on the reverse. Thank you for joining me today, and be sure to tune in for number 14, which is next. Remember, you can get all of these templates and all of this information at BibleCraftForKids.com in the download. Thank you, and have a great day.